Hello everyone in English 1301, it's Dr. E and I'm positively bedeviled with meetings, etc. If you don't know, I'm Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek, one of my favorite characters. The feathers are a bit much, but anyhow. So I'm just going to jump right into what to expect for this week and what we're doing. So let me go ahead and jump to the content area. And this week is pretty straightforward, right? Because we have some reading to do from our course text. We're reflecting on our writing as an important step in when we're researching, when we're writing, when we're revising. It's good to take some time to actually reflect on the work. I think a lot of us, when it comes to submitting our academic writing, it's about doing it and getting it submitted on time, right? And we're not necessarily perhaps putting in time for the revisions and edits, but potentially also the time to reflect on those things that we've written. And we're building in time to do that in our coursework, and we'll be headed in that direction a bit more next week, where we are actually looking at the feedback, looking at everything that we did to make revisions and updates for those journals that we submitted. So just something to keep in mind as you read this week for the course text. And then you do have a TED Talk by Sean Sherman, kind of continuing on in our overall topic of food. His title is Why Aren't There More Native American Restaurants?, which is a really wonderful discussion and definitely something that is needed. So this week looks pretty straightforward, like I said. So you have a mind map that's due on Thursday. Again, that's the initial due date. The full-on due date is not going to be considered until Sunday, with the 48-hour grace period till Tuesday. But don't wait. If you're going to have other things in other classes, other responsibilities, so you might as well just kind of get that out of the way. It's based on Sherman's TED Talk. And then you do have a participation quiz. And in that quiz, the random word is going to be patience, which is something that you all have exhibited so well, and I'm so grateful for it this semester. You have just blown me away, not only with your kindness and your patience, but also with your work in general. I'm not sure that in recent memory I've had English 1301 courses and students who have exhibited the kind of commitment and just willingness to get work done, willingness to be flexible. So I just want you to know that I have noticed it. I really appreciate it. I'm so lucky to have you all. And like I said, it's just, your patience has been something that I'm very grateful for. So in light of that, I want you to know that I have reopened all the quizzes from this semester so far. I have reopened the mind map assignments. Okay, the only things that aren't going to necessarily be reopened for you to submit or resubmit will be the food journal assignments, and that's because we're building on them and we've gotten to this point already. So if you have time and need to submit something that you perhaps didn't have time to do previously, now is your opportunity. Those will only be open until Sunday. So this is kind of me thanking you all for your patience and understanding when it comes to getting your feedback, that it was a colossal nightmare. And again, it's something that y'all, handled in stride, which is just really wonderful. And I'm so appreciative. So let me know if you have any questions about that. And if we jump to what it is we're doing this week, again, the mind map is just going to be based on Sherman's TED Talk. So it looks very familiar. Y'all have completed some great mind maps already. I do want to point out that when it comes to the quotes, we really need to make sure that we have a timestamp, so that information is reviewed here from Finley's work. We also need to make sure that anytime we use quotes, even if it's something that's required in the mind map, we need to use quotation marks, right? That's just one of those things where anytime you're using somebody else's words, you need those quotation marks to differentiate between what your words are and what the words are of the sources that you're using. It's not only required, when it comes to MLA formatting, but it's just a really good practice for us to use that approach in our mind maps, right? To not only have the timestamps, but to use those quotation marks as well. And it's part of the grade, right? So just make sure that you're kind of, tuning into those kinds of guidelines and expectations, okay? Again, Pretty straightforward. Y'all have done it before. You have the templates and whatnot and a link to the expectations. And again, you do have that participation quiz, which will be based on not only the chapter reading, but the TED Talk as well, and of course our video today, where again I am Moira Rose from Schitt's Creek, right? So cute. And the random word is going to be patience. So stop looking like a disgruntled pelican. If y'all haven't seen the show, then this means nothing to you. I just look ridiculous. I mean, I look ridiculous anyway. Feathers, I mean, really. Anyhow, hope y'all have a great week. Please let me know what you need. Y'all have been so fantastic so far. Good luck.